Today we're going to be talking about equations of a line, and what we have right here is called the slope-intercept form of a line. So we already talked about what the m represents. The m is the slope, and b represents the y-intercept. And we've talked about both of these terms, but we haven't talked about them in this context. So let's see what that means as far as equations of lines. In example 1, we have y equals 4/3 x minus 2. So again, this is in the form of y equals mx plus b. M is 4/3 and b is -2. So on your paper, go ahead and draw the x and y axes. We're going to go ahead and label by 5s. And we're going to always start with b, the y-intercept. So I'm going to plot this point at -2. That's where it crosses the y-axis. And then I'm going to use the slope as directions to get to the next point. So I'm going to go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and over to the right 3, 1, 2, 3. And that's how I'm going to form this line. Don't forget to put arrows on your lines. So that's what our line is going to look like. Let's look at another example. So here we have the same thing. So we have y equals mx plus b, where m is -3 and b is 5. So go ahead and label your x and y axis. So again, here's 5, 5, -5, and -5. So I'm going to start at the y-intercept, which is 5. So I'm going to go ahead and plot that point. And I'm going to use the slope. So if it's just a number, in this case it's -3, I'm going to go ahead and put that over 1. And that's just going to make it easier to follow directions of the slope. So I'm going to go down 3 because it's negative. 1, 2, 3, and over 1. And then I'm going to draw a line. Make sure you're using a straight edge when you're drawing your line. And there's one more example for you to try, and we'll talk about this in class.